Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you everyone for all the love and support. And for today's video, we are going to be doing another project for our room and for our tanks. So as you can see in front of me, we have two of these small tanks that I had them like since December. So at the moment, the plan is to combine both these tanks and get everything stuffed together inside one tank. So obviously I'm not going to do it in these small tanks. We have purchased another tank which is a larger tank. So this tank on the left here, it's a 30 centimeter tank. That's just a bowl shaped aquarium. So I have purchased a 45 centimeter low iron aquarium for myself, and we will be doing the project for this. Now for that, for this project is actually one of the reasons I went ahead, because I already had these 45 centimeter lights from Higer, which I was using on other planted tank, which I have upgraded now. So I can definitely use these again. Plus we have a filter. This is a huge filter, actually it's a Seachem filter. Seachel Tidal is the name. I will put all the links in the description below. You can see it's almost as big as this small tank over here. So that is going to make sure that I have really good filtration in this tank, and that my water remains clean, and it reduces my maintenance time on the tank. So we have the lights, we have the filter, heater I already have in both the tanks, so I'll just use one of those for the tank and it should be sufficient. We do have a lot of other things that we've got for this tank, so I went and I purchased some soil. So we have more fresh soil, a huge bag of this is 4 liters. And for planting, I have some friends who were generous enough to help me out. So I have a big bag of plants filled with plants. It looks like a mess now, but once I will segregate these and plant them, they will look beautiful in the tank. Also, in the tanks that we have behind, we already have a lot of plants in them, so we will make use of those. And let's see how this project goes. I am aiming to have a low-tech tank. Basically, low-tech means there will be no CO2 in that tank. Just basic lights, filter and heater. So nothing very fancy, but I'm going to try and make it as nice as possible. So we'll start with the project, and my first step is going to be, obviously I need to empty these two tanks. So I'm going to try and figure out a way of separating the fish, getting all the water out. Also the soil that we have in this tank over here, I'll be reusing this soil. So I need to separate that and take it out as well. We'll be using these rocks as well in the new tank. These black pebbles I won't be using because I got them from a cheap store, and these pebbles actually they get a lot of algae on them. I actually don't like them at all, because it makes a lot of mess in the tank and I have to clean a lot. So I'm going to get rid of those pebbles and the sand as well, which is in that. So I don't recommend sand and pebbles. The soil, Amazonia soil, which I'm using, definitely recommend. I'm going to use it for the next tank. So we'll start the project and see how it goes. I'll keep you guys updated. Probably we'll have a time-lapse video of me doing the tank after this. So once I have all the things ready to separate the fish, to take out the soil and to separate the water, I also need to store some additional water because the new tank is huge. I'll just try and show you the tank, guys. Sorry. So the new tank is actually quite big. So this is the new tank. As you can see, it's a low iron 45 centimeter in length and 30 by 28 by 30 is written over here, as you can see. So that's the dimensions. So it's going to need a lot of water also to be filled, so I'll have to store some water and keep it in the bucket, so I can then fill it in the tank to add some of the fishes later. So also the main reason why we are doing this project is because if you must have watched my last video, we did breed some betta fish, and we have a lot of betta flies right now, and I actually need to get them in a proper tank where I can have a light and a filter and a heater for them. Right now they don't have a heater, so mostly they are cold, and that will stunt their growth. That means they'll grow very slowly, which is happening at the moment. So the tank on my left is what I'm going to use for these fries. So it will be just an empty tank with a filter, a heater and a light. That's all. I'm not going to have anything else in the tank because these fishes are very small, and having nothing over there should make it easy for me to clean the tank and do the water changes for them. So that's going to be most of the things we are doing today. So here guys, we have taken out everything piece by piece. I have separated the plants, the rocks. This tank is fully empty, the other tank is gone. There's little water in this. I will save this water for the other tank. And lights and filters, everything I'll dismantle later. And all the fishes, they are over here in the bucket which I use to store my water. So they're all in this. They are fine for now. I have a heater in there, so they'll be okay. So I'll just clear everything off from the stable. We'll get a new tank onto the stable over here. Once the tank is up, we'll unwrap it, and then once I'm ready to go and start the scaping of the tank, I'll get back to you. So we have unpacked the tank and I have set it up over here on the table. I have filled a little bit of tap water in this. Now the reason I'm doing this guys is I want to check the tank, make sure that it has no leaks in it. So once I can confirm it's not leaking and all the edges are holding properly, then I can go ahead and put in all my livestock and all the other things that I want to. Otherwise, usually if you do your whole aquascape and you understand that the tank has a leak, it's a very big mess, and then it's a lot of work to remove everything out again and then again do the aquascape, get the tank fixed. So it's always good, no matter what tanks you get, always fill some water, do a leak test, make sure it's not leaking, and then go ahead with your aquascape. So we have tested the tank is fine, it's not leaking, and we have set it up on the table now. And I have placed my filter already in the corner. I wanted to place it and already see like how much space it will occupy and where it will look okay. As of now, I have placed it in the right corner. In case if I feel that it needs to move to left or center, we will do that. But as of now, that location seems fine. So we'll start with the aquascaping with the soil, the plants, and then adding the water, and then last but not the least, the fish and the lights. So guys, I have placed all the old aquarium soil in the tank already, and the fresh soil that I purchased is here, 4 liters. So half the tank is already covered. There's half to be covered now. So we will put this soil in as well, and hopefully it should give me enough thickness over here. I'm looking for at least 2 inches of thickness, so I can plant all the plants that I've got now. I can plant them well inside and the roots can go deep. I don't want to keep it less than 2 inches because then the plants won't have sufficient area to spread out their roots. So always remember, the more the thickness, the better it is, but don't go too crazy and don't go too high. 3 inches is always good, but I don't have much soil now, so I'm going to try and see if I can make it to 2 inches. But definitely nothing less than 2 inches is what I will consider for this tank. So if we fall short, then probably I'll get more soil, but as of now, I think this should be sufficient. We have all the soil in the tank, and it looks sufficient enough for this tank. I have raised it a little bit, so as you can see, there's a slope. At the foreground, I've kept it low and going high, so the background plants, they will have more rooting inside and they'll grow well at the back. And foreground, we'll keep some minimum need plants that will not need that much depth of soil. So I'll moisten up the soil over here, make it all wet, and once that is done, then I'll start the planting. Here guys, take a look at all the mess that I have over here. It's way too many plants that I have on my hand now, and I think it's going to take me too much time to plant because I don't want to do this in a hurry. Where I wanted to initially show you guys how I do the planting and take you through the whole process of scaping this tank, but I think I have too much plants in my hands right now to work with. So in order to do it fast and get done before night, and so that I can get some rest, I'm probably going to do the entire planting of this tank. And once I'm done planting the tank, then I'll show you guys how it looks like and what I did and what were the changes made, and what are which plants and from where I got them. So this guy over here who sent me the plants, you can just look at the amount of plants he sent me, and most of the plants that are there are long stem plants, so I won't be able to plant these without filling the tank completely. So I'll have to fill my entire tank with water, and then I'll have to start doing the planting. So for that, I'll also have to fill the water and then put the filter on so that the water can clear up and I can do the planting properly. So that's the plan for now. So guys, we have filled the tank with water as much as possible. Whatever water I had available at home right now that could be put in the tank, I have filled it, and I'm keeping the filter running now at high speed so that as much as water as possible can be filtered through this. As you can see, it's very dirty and very murky. So hopefully I'll give it an hour, and after an hour or so, it should be a little more clear for me to be able to see what I'm planting and doing in the tank. Otherwise, with this color of water, I won't be able to see anything and won't be able to understand where I'm doing what. So there's a lot of floating particles on top. Hopefully everything gets sucked in the filter and the water will be clean in some time. So once the water is clear, then we will start with the planting process. I have already prepared all the plants over here. There's plenty of plants. I don't know what I'm going to do, but hopefully it will go well. So also to speed the process a little bit and make it faster, I've added my old filter also. And guys, I've decided that I'll keep the old filter for some time because this tank is new, needs to be cycled. Even though more than half the soil is, you know, already pre-used soil. That filter also at the back, it's a used filter. I did not buy it brand new, so I got it from somebody who wanted to give it off. And this is also old filter, so that should do well for the tank, and I'll be able to add the livestock immediately after I'm done with the tank. So hopefully this will help in the process of clearing the water faster. And let's see, probably now it's only been 10 minutes since I last recorded, so you can see the water is already clearing up. I'll give it another half an hour or so, and I think it should be clean by then. Not absolutely clean, but at least visible enough so I can do my planting. Yeah guys, the water is quite clear now and I can see well in the tank. So I think it's time to plant and put the plants in. As you can see, my soil is all messed up because of the water flow that's coming in, and it's disturbed the entire soil the way I had set it. So probably I'll just put the flow back to low and I'll arrange the soil again and do the planting. So now guys, I'll directly get back to you once I'm done planting. And guys, we are finally done with our project, and look at how it's looking over here. It looks amazing, isn't it? So I'm going to name this tank my Goa tank. So I'm from India, and back in Goa, where I used to go for a vacation, where my dad is from, it's a very nice place, beautiful place, greenery and beaches everywhere. So inspired by that, I hope it does justice to it, like kind of a mountain look. When you look at it, it gives you that fresh feeling. So tank is looking really nice. Some of the plants, you can see the colors that are popping over here, even the one which is in the corner over there, and these ones here. So some few plants, there are issues like this Amazon sword that is melting, but in time eventually they will regenerate and the old leaves will fall off. So guys, if you enjoyed watching this project, make sure you give it a like on the video, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Also, I'll just show you some of the top floating plants that we have over here. As you can see, these are some floating plants. Floating plants are always good, but make sure you don't have them in excess because they will block, you know, eventually they'll block the light coming from your LEDs, and the plants below won't get sufficient light. So I like to have them, but in limited quantities. It's not much. It's around like 15% of the tank top is filled with them, which is fine. So there is guys, that's all we have for you for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and please make sure you also share the video with your friends. And if you do take upon a project like this and plan to do something with your tanks, then please do share your photos with me, and I would love to see what you guys come up with. Thank you so much.